What's up, everybody? I'm Joe.
And I'm Blair.
And you're on the air with
Joe and
Blair.
What's funny is, like, as soon as it started, it was, like, just sitting on my face, and I was just like, as soon as it started, just bam, right there, man. Ooh,
Good way to start.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I was actually going to beat you to the yo-yo-yo.
Oh, were
I was
you?
like, as soon I was like, yo-yo-yo-yo is what.
Don't you take that away from me. That's all I have.
That's all I have. Yo-yo-yo-yo. You can make a compilation of that. Of just yo-yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo-yo.
That's what the
yo-yo-yo.
that's what that our like season 1 thing kind of was.
Yeah.
It started
was
off
like yo-yo-yo-yo, yo-yo-yo-yo, yo-yo.
Yeah, it could be a total compilation. Probably spanning at least 20 minutes now.
Right. What's up? Okay, guys, who won?
Who won? Oh yeah, so I couldn't come up with the title. So the title for this one is called "Talk About Politics and Totally Not Fart Jokes."
Oh, fuck. Fuck, I hate fart jokes.
But would you rather talk about politics?
I hate politics.
You're gonna have to pick one.
Fart jokes all day.
Fart jokes
Fart
all day,
jokes
every
all
day.
day. All right, guys, let's get straight to the nitty gritty. Nitty gritty. That's a nickname of a friend. All right, so without further ado, you guys, you've seen them in our vlogs. You've seen them in, like, probably our stories if you guys actually follow us and give a fuck. Just kidding. But, so without further ado, please help me welcome to the couch, Big Dog Derek He's going out for the new Thor, you know, or Loki.
Yeah, definitely Loki, man.
Have you-
Loki trying to look like Loki.
Have you got any bit of a haircut at all? You just let it grow?
18 months now and haven't had
Nice.
a touch, no split ends, man. I'm taking care of this stuff like it's my baby. Like,
Even the beard.
this is what I call the quarantine beard. I at least like want to show off once because I've been growing up for like 6 months now since like quarantine actually started back in like March now. Has it really been 6 months that we've been doing this?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? It's time to like debut this thing because this will never be seen
all you need
again.
to do is start tying it. You know?
I did. It looked so much smaller. I braided this thing. It was like this little tiny like rat tail coming down my chin. It was the
I
worst.
keep telling him to make it like pointy so he looks like the devil.
I tried for like 15 minutes today. I couldn't get it done, man. I tried.
You tried?
I tried. It kept spreading, like I said. There's like 2 points. Nah.
You have
I
to
like
get,
calling this dating on hard mode.
Oh, there you go. Dating hard mode.
Looking at him makes me think of the Undertaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Undertaker.
Because he had a very long, like, kind of like wet style hair.
I mean, I do like The Rock, so if I got to start in WWE, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's how his career
There you
goes.
go.
All right, let's see.
Whoa.
Xavier said, I think my dog has been farting lately. He's a year old, and I've been feeding him table food. I ask him if he farted, but he just looks at me, won't answer.
No, my little
Yo, what's up,
dog.
Cameron? What's up, Bessie? How's it going?
Andrew Wickey, nice.
Is that because I guess like if your dog's conditioned to eat one thing and then you feed it other stuff, then that's just gonna fuck with the stomach. That's like me trying to eat like sausage right now. That is a nightmare for my
Okay.
toilet. Yes.
Man.
No.
Like, I've never heard I have like a little Karen Terrier back at home. He's 13 now, getting up there in age, and like I've never heard a dog fart before. Have you guys ever heard a dog fart?
Yeah.
Frenchies sometimes they
Okay.
I've heard a horse fart, and that shit is fucking loud. It's loud. You
It has
can
like a
hear
very
it.
distinct smell too. Like I've been around horses a
It's
bit
a
too much in my
rip
life
one.
that like I just know what like a horse fart smells like. Like I just smelled it after you mentioned it. Is that like indicative enough of like where I grew up, or is that?
Do you have a lot of horses where you grew up?
Oh yeah.
Let's get
both-
into it. Where you from, Derek?
Yeah, so I'm from Alliance, Nebraska. You know, just going to Nebraska even though we're in KC right now. But like I respect the Midwest no matter where it is. I grew up with there's ranches on both sides of my family, dad's side and mom's side. So I grew up, like haying, branding, all that stuff, and decided to drop that off and go to the big city of Lincoln, Nebraska, because when you're from a town of 9,000, a town of 350,000 feels pretty massive.
Yeah, true.
And now LA is about 10 million if you do the greater LA area.
Oh yeah, just L.A.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna say state of California is 42 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
So yeah, it's been an adjustment. I feel like that was my stepping stone.
Culture
I just
shock,
have to, like,
100%.
It is though.
See
It
his
is.
eyes.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, especially just like being back in Alliance, and like everything's chill, like it's very calm. There's no traffic. There's nothing to worry about. It's 9,000 people in the entire
Yeah.
place. I think there's 9,000 people in Sherman Oaks alone.
Yeah.
So like,
Yep.
Yeah.
like trying to adjust to that has been absolutely
Probably even
insane.
more.
Probably,
Yeah.
honestly.
So, you moved. When did you move here? Sponsored by
So-
Truly's.
Right, sponsored by Truly's. Drink strong. But anyways, it's actually been almost a year now. We're on like what, the 6th or 7th today,
Okay.
and I came out here the 27th of October last year. And in that year that I've technically lived here, what I've been here with quarantine going on and everything else, traveling back like all of 6 months.
Yeah.
I feel like this might be. I always got told when I first moved out here, if you can make it through your first year out here, you're good to go. No one warned me that in your first year in LA, there's gonna be like a global pandemic that kind of like jacked up the entire system.
It was on the schedule, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, what? No one told me
Oh,
though,
we didn't give
man.
him
You
the LA
forgot
schedule.
to read the syllabus.
Right.
You fucked
It's like
up.
when you show up on set and there's like, yeah, you're doing this now. It's like, well, no one told me. Yeah, that's you're not privy to this information. Just do it.
So, this 4 months ago was the first time you went back home since you like lived here.
I
right?
did fly back last. See, that's why I've been back and forth. So my parents flew me back for like New Year's.
How
and,
long
like,
did you stay though
Christmas.
beforehand?
So came here in October, stayed till December, went back, came back in January, stayed until what was that, about June. I went back to help out with the campground up in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Yeah.
Went through the full rally that made national news, and that was fun to be in the middle of all that stuff. And then just came back all of 3 days ago now.
Yup.
Okay. So how the adjustment, like living here for X amount of months and then going home, what was that experience like for you?
I
Going
mean,
from like millions to like 9,000, like, yeah, what was that?
going all over the place with that.
Yeah.
So going from like 9,000 to 300,000 to 10 million. I mean, going back to 9,000 was kind of nice because it's like a lot more calm, you know, like you have like a little bit of space. One of my favorite things is growing up in a town of 9,000, I believe, being from Blair, Nebraska, you're about the same population, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yep.
you know how everyone knows each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But so if you're from an area that small, it turns out that everyone knows each other, and I'm 5th generation on both sides of my family for a town of 9,000 people.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories is back when I was about 16 years old. You guys know what surfing a truck is?
I'm not gonna say that I do.
Is it just where you stand up in the back of it while
Yeah,
it's riding?
or up on the cab. If you
Oh,
wanna
oh,
be a
damn,
little
up
bit
on the
more
tab.
Yeah, yeah, you want to be a bit more adventurous, right?
Fuck.
So crawled through like the passenger door up on top of it, and like was like it was only like maybe like 5 blocks that I did this on, and we passed one car the entire time. 8 hours later, my dad said, "Don't ever do that again." I was like, "No, no."
That proves the fact that word gets around real
quick. And like, yeah,
Real quick.
everyone knows everyone on top of that. Like, everyone knows my
One car.
family. Yeah.
One
car.
One. That's all it
Yeah,
took.
totally. What a narc.
Hey.
What a fucking narc.
Right?
Fucking narc.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Jacob?
Snitches get stitches, bitch. Remember that
Right.
license
No, that's
plate.
not how it works. It's called the Alliance Rumor Mill for a reason. The thing's like famous for like a little area around Alliance too, because like it has like its own series of stuff. You learn the right people to tell stuff to if you want like information to get around. It's weird, man. I learned like social politics young,
Oh man.
not because I wanted to, because I had to.
This is what you have to learn, boy.
Yeah. So then going back to that was interesting because like then it was like, oh man, you live in LA now? Because like
Yeah.
I remember talking to you about that. Like
Yeah.
you were like you'd actually been in stuff already.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been on set, and you were like, you've been on set.
I know.
You're
that's
gonna
what-
be in a show eventually?
Yeah,
What? I'm like,
yeah.
you know, his background is like, that's still so
I
cool.
know,
You're
bro.
gonna be on the TV box.
You know, Mel and TV? No, I can't say that because like I do have some like intelligence.
No.
Not too far off. Anyway,
No, that is so crazy when you go back. Everyone's just like, "What
No,
you
everyone-
doing?"
everyone's super hype. Super hype about
good.
it.
Man, you got out, bro. You got out. That's
Yeah.
what talk. That's the big thing when people like, man, I'm glad you're doing your thing, and you. It's always the one. It's usually sometimes someone that you were even kind of like looking up to at once upon a time, and now they're just kind of like idolizing you just a little bit. You're just like, yeah,
have
you
that
know,
change.
I'm kind of doing some things.
Actually, consequently, so because back in Alliance we can still go to the bars. Like it's been fun. And things were open back there. It felt like freedom again. I ran into a guy from my class, Grant, and like we kind of like we weren't like the closest back in high school, but you know how like cliques kind of like
Yeah.
die after high school and like that stuff doesn't matter.
Hopefully,
we
yeah.
hung most of the time.
Yeah.
So like I'm cool with everyone from my class now.
Yeah.
And he's another guy that like we used to like you know we've partied a few times since like high school happened and
Yeah.
recently he ran into me at the bar and he's like, yeah, man, I heard you like quit everything you were doing back in Lincoln. Like you dropped that corporate world and like you like went out there to like chase your dreams. I really respect that. Like I just did the same thing. I love what you're doing, man. Just like chase your dreams. I'm like, it felt so good to hear that from someone because like I've been like most people support you when you want to like chase your dreams, but there's enough people who are like, dude, you were making money. What you doing?
Yeah, of course, man.
Like
I can understand for your situation.
Yeah, like we own houses for less than your rent. What are you doing out in LA? I'm like, man, I don't know. I always want to be an actor. I figured I might as well pursue it at some point in my life.
Yeah. Let's see what Betsy said about living in LA. I feel like it is a city that can break people. I tend to think about the book film Less Than Zero because it's definitely a novel about LA destroying you.
Do you guys know Less Than Zero? That's over my head.
I'm not familiar with
Okay.
Betsy. It's been a while, Betsy. Actually, I don't think she wasn't in our comments last week.
Yeah, no. I think
I don't recall.
I talked to her about it a couple weeks ago, and she said she pops in at the beginning and stuff, just kind of see what's going on.
It's been a minute.
But
Betsy.
thanks for popping in, Bessie.
Yeah, thanks for joining. She
I
just said, I realized that's super dark. And like,
no,
honestly, I
like
don't know.
no, 100%. This town breaks people.
Yeah.
and like I think
Yes.
it for the better, for worse, you definitely learn something.
Yeah, I think
You definitely like if you go back home, you're okay where you're at, or you're just like, or you make it here. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if you guys had like roughly the same experience. Like Alliance is so secluded in the middle of nowhere that like being a town of 9,000, we're one of the bigger towns in the area. The only place that's like a large area within 4 hours in any direction is Scotts Bluff, and that's all of 26,000.
I've been there before.
So like that's what we're looking at for big where I'm from, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm
Oh, wow.
used to like real small town. Like we actually genuinely go out, do brandings, and like I've rode horses and just like ATVs, shotguns. Like that's just what we do for fun because like there's a lot of country land, so you gotta make the most of it. You cruise the Butte, man. Like you just drive in a car because that's what you do to hang out.
Cruise, talk, listen to music, drink.
Yeah. Well,
Drivers not drinking.
yeah, no, obviously not. You would never booze cruise before prom. That would be. I did not though. I was not cool back in high school. I was biggest nerd, man. I had good grades. I was going to bigger and better things.
Corporate world. Hey, you got shorter hair.
I did.
Yeah.
I had to, dude. Like no one wants to interview
Almost
someone
like
for
hair
fun.
Homelander. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
told G-Eazy a lot. That's
Oh, that too. Yeah,
yeah,
G-Eazy
yeah.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's shorter hair, guys. That's crazy.
But yeah, no.
And Buffer.
I
But
think
he's pretty solid now.
well, I'm working on it. Oh, G-Eazy? No, yeah, he's working on it too.
Dang,
to come up.
man.
But I think one of the reasons I did pretty well with transitioning from Lincoln to LA is because like the transition from Alliance to Lincoln was pretty rough. Like it was a large shift for me to try to like go to from somewhere where everyone knew me and like whether or not everyone liked me because I was not the most popular in high school, especially since like I wasn't a jock or anything, but I was like kind of like dating the hottest girl in the grade because like, she was like the female jock, she was like a state runner, she was like big into like one act and all that stuff, and I was like kind of like the nerdy kid that was in the background all the time. So like a lot of like the jocks in the grade are like, "What the hell's going on here? How the?"
Hey guys.
It's like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
You'll learn about it later on.
You
Anyways,
steal your girls here.
plus my voice probably sounded not too far off from that, so not too good anyways. But like then moving out to Lincoln, man, like I was like forced to like get out of my comfort zone, grow, meet people, like really just become like. Plus like you get that like I remember Eli and I talked about it before, but that the new guy. Where you get to like just recreate yourself. You just pick a personality, own it, and no one can prove you wrong because no one knows you. So
Yeah, 100%, man.
it was kind of nice to be able to do that, and then went a little bit too far, overcorrected, became a little bit too much of a douchebag in Lincoln. These things happen. And,
Lincoln,
then
Nebraska will
reeled it
change
back.
it.
real back, right? Let's not carry that out to LA. So people actually like to hang out with me in LA.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, you meet a lot of people that want to hang out with you when you're acting like that.
Yeah.
But it's not the right type of people to like build a good sustainable life. So it actually wasn't too hard to come out here because like, man, you got the beaches, you got the nice sun. Like I think last year when we were here in the middle of winter, the worst it got to was 55 degrees at night.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I was wearing a coat with 55 degrees instead of negative 20.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's really cold.
But going back to like Bessie talking about like it'll like eat you. I remember going to like a few stand-ups and like people were talking about like having like the worst roommates. I moved in with amazing roommates. I mean, you're essentially a roommate at this point. Like,
Yeah.
you're here enough that like you get it. Like this is in the apartment. Like who has a studio in the apartment, man? This thing is like this is bomb. Like I just moved into this.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, right?
Surprise. Yeah, it is pretty cool every time we like look at this shit. And then I think like there are little tiny moments where I'm like, oh, it sucks, you know? Like we kind of like took over this whole space. But then again, people, you can still chill over here.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
but everyone just chills over here.
How I justify is before this was just a shit pile table. We just like had like
What was
the
even
tables.
over here?
Yeah, the tables outside were over here, and then we just had like kind of a workbench that just filled up with just storage shit.
God,
You also had
I don't
all
even
like the
remember.
weird random chairs from the theater over here because I came here on
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
And there's just random like none of them
It was-
matched. There was just random chairs lying along this
It
wall.
was really weird. So this is it could be a studio and a little
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs a
no.
dining
Yeah,
room when
sometimes
we
I
can have a
come over here
studio?
and eat sometimes. Just, I don't know. it's
Because
just
you can have two parties, one over in the living room and one over here. I know you guys can't see the living
can't
room, but
see.
That one.
we'll give you a tour
This is
eventually.
in an apartment, guys. So when you guys look on the show, it's not a studio, which it's always awesome here when people like say, "Oh man, like I thought this was in a studio." Like I
'Cause
don't know.
On camera, it looks professional. It looks like it's set up in like a little dedicated room that's like nothing
Mhm.
but a studio. And then like you walk up in person, it's like it looks massive on camera too. You did very well with like the aspect ratios. and making it
Angles,
look
baby.
Like, yeah, you did that
Angles.
well because like you look at it on camera, it's like damn, like this is clean. You walk in here in person, it's still nice, but it's like the living room's back there.
Yeah, you're
kitchen's
just
right
like
there.
literally
it's
the
like-
kitchen's
it's-
just right there.
it's tucked in right here. My hand is now in the kitchen, guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's where we're at with this.
Yeah. You know, it also for you since you officially kind of like snuggled and got cuddled in January,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And then
officially, yeah.
pandemic happened.
Yep. Yep.
And so what's your
March.
thoughts like on that? Like, because you came out here for acting and then derailed real quick.
I think there's actually a certain level of like maybe like poetic necessity to that
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I was getting too caught up in like LA culture when I first got out here.
Yeah.
So coming into it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do me.
Mhm.
I just want to be myself. I don't really care if anyone likes me. It's if I like them. That's what matters when you're like enter a room.
Yeah.
And then I very quickly got wrapped up in like, no, I want to make sure everyone I meet likes me. I want to make sure I'm on trend and doing all this stuff. But like my clothes weren't on trend. My clothes still aren't
Yeah.
aren't on trend. If I'm being honest, like
Yeah.
I just kind of like I'm very I believe you called it Midwest fashioned at
Yeah.
one point, and
Yeah.
like I see it now. After you mentioned it, I see it
Yeah.
now. But like I've never been big into fashion, so like I mean, the biggest thing I ever learned in my life was if you can't wear a plain white T-shirt and look good, it's your fitness, not your fashion, that's out of style.
Mhm.
So like that's how I try to like look at that stuff. But I mean, no, when you walk around and see people like you both look clean right now, like you look casual and clean, like you just do it well.
Adidas.
But still though,
Oh, yeah,
like,
you're hella Adidas right now.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
oh,
didn't-
God,
I
I
realized
really
that I got
like
to work.
Adidas.
I was like,
Adidas. Sponsor? No? Cool, great.
Adidas.
Adidas. Beers room for wings boom.
Sports. Adidas.
he does this on accident.
Adidas.
This is me
Adidas.
trying. This is him on accident. Do you see the difference here?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyways,
I just love Adidas.
Yeah, man. No, I you know,
So-
I understand where you're coming from.
yeah. So I got caught up into all that stuff like way too heavily early on, and then like it was really nice to like to go back and have a break and just be somewhere where I'm accepted for anything. Like I
Oh.
mean, like LA is accepting, but like.
Yeah.
Alliance is like genuinely like, nah, man, we've known you your entire life. You're
Yeah.
good. We've seen you change. We've seen you grow up. Like,
Unconditional. Yeah.
Yeah.
there you
Love.
go. Exactly. It
We'll
was
put
nice.
you right back in your place. I like what you're doing. You're still a bitch.
right. I needed
Yeah,
that.
thank you. Appreciate it.
I mean, I used to say that my love language is shit talking. So I mean, like that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm used
I
to.
love- I love talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, especially greeting. Like, when I see my cousin, I'm like, what up, bitch? Are you still ugly? How you doing? You know? But going, man, I love the fact that I'm not from LA.
Yeah.
Because it is a lot. So going home to a different state, it feels good. And I haven't been home like you know, and for the past 2 years, I always like go home pretty much just go home. And I'm like, damn, man, I just want to get out of LA for a little bit and just go do some, cleanse myself and then come back and be like, hey, LA, miss you. How you doing? You're still a shithole. But, I like you.
But I love the shithole. You know,
I like it.
It's the most gorgeous shithole on earth.
Like it.
But I'm used to this shithole.
The one thing that hasn't happened yet for us is we have not, like, one of my goals is still to go to a mansion party. Have not yet. Like, I just want to go one time. Like, I already know
that was always the goal for the New Year's. That never happened. Now that COVID happened, it's gonna still be a while.
Yeah, I just want to go just one time. That's it. Just one time. That's it.
My one enjoyable thing though was like I got here on like what October. It was like might be like 24th or something like that, and then like Halloween, big party day. Everyone loves Halloween, right? You go all out for Halloween, and like. Right after getting here, I happened to like know the right people, and it wasn't a mansion by any means, but like, it was like a solid 3-story like house in Beverly Hills.
Going out quite a bit.
Yeah, I was like, that was like my first weekend here. It's like, okay. I said to have a bar too early. That was the mistake I made there.
Bro, same. With the same thing happened to me. Peter, Patrick, and I, right when we moved here, we went to some Samsung party and everything was free. It's like, LA's great. And then that shit never happened again. Never happened again. It was like free booze all night. Like when we went there, Patrick's like, that's the dude from Teen Wolf. We're like, whoa, this happens all the time.
Oh, no, that's so funny.
5 years later. Still waiting on another one, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm still waiting to go to just one.
Yeah.
Just want to go to one, and let's see what.
I'm used to this shithole story of my life. Molded by this shithole.
That's been like a goal. It's still a goal. I just want to go to one and just say I've been to one. That's it.
I mean, like, give us like 5 years, we'll buy one ourselves, right? We'll host it.
Yeah, hopefully that happens as soon as possible. So, with things kind of slowly opening up this week. Ooh, the malls. Well, the one of the big malls are finally opening up in not this area, but in the LA-esque valley, is the Glendale. And that mall's big in the sense of it's next to Americana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like, now that's finally like opening up.
Okay.
And I actually recently found out that classes are slowly starting to open up and, get, people in and stuff. With that being said, what's your thoughts on, the whole, like, are you ready to get back into things? Are you a little cautious on COVID stuff? Or you just,
I hate to be like this lackadaisical about it, but like, so I'm waiting on the results of my test right now. I'm asymptomatic. I have been like this entire time, so who knows? Maybe I got it, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
At this point, I've heard a lot of people who did get it and like literally never knew, and like when they tested positive, they were actually like astounded they tested positive. But like, I'm young and healthy. I work out. I stay fit. I try to keep my cardio up. Yep. I would rather be on set working towards something, like even if I'm just doing background and like meeting the right people and like maybe getting a chance of like doing something a little bit more serious.
Shake a couple hands.
Yeah, doing my auditions and everything else.
Not
Well, I mean,
anymore.
you don't shake hands right now. No, you Buddha bow.
Buddha bow?
Elbow it up.
Weenus rub.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Weenus rub.
What's up?
But no, just to like start getting back into it. Like the reason I came back on like I drove back Monday, like all 17 hours on one drive, just so I could be here before hopefully on set Friday.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, more so you know how it is. Like with Central Casting, they send out that text. And It's like, yo, we need you on set Friday. Okay. We'll let you know if we want you or not, though. It's like, oh, man.
We just want to kind of keep you on standby.
Yeah. You're just sitting there like crossing your fingers like, please.
Yeah.
Like this, I don't know if you've ever seen this before. Like this is the first time through Central Casting I've seen that like the role had a name and it said like in parentheses must be comfortable with acting.
Yeah, no,
So
no, you're getting a featured role. And essentially, you're not even really background.
Yeah.
They're probably doing a co-star role, which is a one-line role.
But
like
still,
if you just like
7
all right,
words
here's
or
your
something.
phone, sir.
Yeah.
Bam, there you
Still-
go.
Still though, my first time doing that on camera, like I'm gonna be giddy. I'm gonna be giddy for days if I actually like land
Right.
that. Like I mean, like to other people, it's like, oh, that's so lame, dude.
No, bro.
Well-
Look, you saying that, I was giddy when I just did the hand thing. I still talk about it because it's so cool. But I know some people, they're like, oh, you're just a hand. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Fuck
like,
you, see these hands?
fuck
Magic
you.
hands.
This shit
Talk
was
to the
awesome,
hand.
man. It was great. I don't care.
Like one of my
I
favorites,
don't
like
care.
I don't know
I
if it
love
goes like Aaron Paul started off with his first role in anything ever that he was televised for was The Price is Right.
Oh my
That's-
Really?
god, are you
Yep,
serious?
Oh,
that
that's
was
funny.
the first thing he was ever on camera for in any
Oh,
official
Aaron Paul.
aspect.
God damn.
He like moved out here to be an actor. That was the thing he got. He said he drank like 7 or more like Red Bulls right before going out. Like he's so hyped, man. He looks a little coked out if I'm being honest. Maybe he just said
Breaking
he was
Bad
doing
was
like,
his
right.
role then.
But then Breaking Bad, that happened like 10 years later, man. He was out here doing like living in a We're all waiting for our Breaking
We
Bad
like
role.
you.
Yeah. But
God. He was
like,
all living out here for 10 years. And
10
that,
years,
10 years
like
later.
he like full on admits he's like I was living in closets, man. I did whatever it took to like stay out here and like keep acting. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, man.
yeah, like
Dude, that's honestly where I'm at too. Like there's no way I'm going back home because I feel like if I go back home, I'm gonna get caught up, and it's easy out there because you know it, you know
Yeah.
the lifestyle, and then knowing me, I'll probably like link up with some chick, and then I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, now I gotta stay here. No,
Oh no,
No.
you're pregnant.
no, no,
I mean,
no.
move
the
back
miracle of
now.
life.
It's not happening. So that's why I'm okay with visiting, but not like trying to go back and like stay. And then
Yeah.
I just don't want to get comfortable. That's where I'm afraid of, like getting like accidentally comfortable.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
Like the thing I always try to remind myself because it gets pretty uncomfortable out here pretty often. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you've gotten used to it. You've been here for a while, but like for me, it gets pretty uncomfortable pretty quick.
Mhm.
But the comfort zone is nice. Nothing ever grows there.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
gotta,
Yes.
you gotta
Yeah.
constantly pushing yourself as much as possible. Like that's why I can't wait for stuff to open back up, get
Mhm.
into like my stunt acting classes, all that stuff. But,
yeah, dude. I can't. Oh, I can't wait to take classes, man. I can't wait. In person.
Yeah.
There's Zoom.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna continue doing some Zoom classes, but yeah, I can't wait because it's gonna feel good, and I do kind of miss going out.
Bro, I feel everyone's like, it's funny at work. Like, I'm not in tons of Zoom calls for work, but I'm definitely in like a decent amount. And then just the souls on people's faces, like through Zoom, everybody is just not.
Done.
Everybody's done. They
Yeah.
do not want to look at that fucking screen no more.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn my video off. Click.
They can't. They have a video on policy. You have to have your video.
Oh yeah, yeah,
on.
yeah. No,
And
I
then-
figured much.
But yeah,
Can't be like taking fat rips during like a meeting, you know.
Something must have
Oh,
happened.
no.
Hold on.
I mean,
Yeah. There it goes. It works. Well, it's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Sorry about the COVID. That's why I'm home.
Joe, how do you feel? Yeah.
are you coughing because of COVID?
So going back home means they don't have condoms. Jesus, but
Blair.
you know, as I'm talking about that, 99.9% effective, right? There's that. Well, it takes us one chance, We just talked about we literally
talked
right
about
before we had this, we just talked about God forbid that a condom breaks.
She's like, you can use my condom in there. I'll have like holes poked in
Yeah,
it.
this is my condom. Oh no. No,
Oops.
it's just, oops.
Looks like you
No,
gotta
just,
stay here, you
I just
star.
I just looks like you gotta stay here, silly.
You're mine
I heard you like child support.
Oh,
Same.
fucking Eli.
Oh,
Sup,
shit.
posers?
Sup, posers?
If you guys know who Eli is, he had his that dope ass video with the skateboard. What's up, posers?
Yeah, he had sex with a skateboard. Go check it out.
So I was like looking for it, but I couldn't find it. Where's that? Oh, it's still in the private link.
Your claim is a deep fake.
Yeah,
Still
right.
clean.
Oh, it's on Pornhub actually. We're getting money off of that.
We should put that part on Pornhub.
Oh fuck, millions. You guys have money sitting in the bank account. Yeah, no, nothing against going back home necessarily, but it is pretty crazy when you go back home and then like you have like people that you either used to talk to or people that you never really talked to. They're just like, oh, what's up, man? Like, yo, let's link.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, who are you? Like, I remember when I first went back home, I was showing people back here what downtown Omaha looks like when it's 10 o'clock. It's dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is what it looks like. Put it up. And then this girl slid in my DMs, was like, You didn't tell me you were back home? Like, Lindsay, and I was just like, yo, you stopped talking to me.
Right.
Why would I tell you that I'm back home? Like, what? Did I link up with her? Yeah. But it's just the fact that I was like, what? Okay, cool. I guess we can hang out, whatever.
I mean, like, I've noticed a lot of people, and like I can say that I do it a lot of times too, but like a lot of people are lurkers. Like they'll definitely see everything. They won't like it. They won't comment, but they like see you, so they know that like you're doing stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, Blair's doing stuff, cool. And like they think that like
won't share none of
they
your shit,
that he knows you and you know him, that they're watching your stuff. But it's like without knowing that you like or comment, it's like total in the dark. But yeah, same thing with the vlogs. Like some random people be like, hey man, what's up? I just saw that. I was like, whoa, haven't heard from you in like 3 years.
Yeah, like,
but cool.
Who the fuck are you? Like, what? Thanks.
I think I got like probably saw like 20 people that mentioned the Where's Nebraska vlog. Like,
that's a woo. Man, that thing's dope. Yeah. We should. Would it be cool to do like we should do another Where's at place? But like, what would be a good state?
I don't even know
that
if
people
you,
don't really know. That's hard.
If it was me, I wouldn't do a full repeat. I would do something similar, but like maybe make it like a little bit like not like overly, but like a little politically charged, especially during an election year. That'll like clickbait the hell out of that. Do something along the lines of like, so even like make up a fake politician. Like make up a fake politician with like a really obscene stance and be like, what do you think about this?
What do you think about? Oh no, Derek Harrison running for president. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's like really like cool. Who's that? Right. There's no such thing.
Don't you think that Derek Harrison deserves a spot on the national debates that's being televised through CNN? Don't you think it's a complete travesty to the American democracy that we haven't been showing this already?
And then you obviously be like, wah, wah, wah. Right. They don't fucking know. No shit.
Watch someone just act like they know. Yeah, man, I've been supporting like Derek Harrison since like day one, man. Back in 2012, the first time he ran for president, I was all about it.
That's all our faces be like. What?
Good for you, man.
What?
The internet just loves like watching people like struggle and just be idiots.
Oh yeah,
so,
100%.
So that's why that video did so well, and that's why all the comments were so mean to everyone. Everybody from there was like, stupid. Everybody out there is stupid.
Right? There was people
they don't know
on
where
there.
Nebraska is. They need to look at a map.
There was people that were from Nebraska that were like, that's cool. I don't even like Nebraska and I live here. And then people would be like, well, get the fuck out of Nebraska.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck? Damn. They fucking hate. Like, shit. The fuck out of Nebraska if you don't like it. Like, oh, okay, I'm trying.
Right.
I don't have the motivation.
It's just really expensive out there. It's really cheap here, I own this big ass house. It's cheaper than rent out there. Like,
it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Well, any big plans that you have for yourself now coming back? I mean, I know there's a pandemic still, but anything?
I mean, like try to like make the most of the situation that I can. Right? Like I hit the ground running, try to like make healthy habits, make sure I'm like cooking all my meals and everything, and try to like get back into working out. Yo, where your dumbbells at?
Oh shit! It's funny you mentioned that. I never worked out in here, and then the minute I put them in the trunk of the car because I saw Casey Neistat. He puts them in the trunk of his car because he would just go somewhere and then just does it outside. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
Okay.
Because you get motivated doing like that.
Okay.
But we'll figure something.
Is it working out for you though? Actually.
Yeah. I would actually like even not only just Saturday, but just like after work, just go somewhere and.
It's good. I'm
just pump one out real quick.
Pump one out real quick in a park. I like to go to a park and pump one out.
I just go to the park and whip out my dumbbells and just pump one out.
Yeah, right.
Just right in the park there.
Who needs a shake weight when one's built in?
God, you remember when that thing came out?
Yeah. My like uncle's quote from that was like, man, I invented that back in like 1989. Why am I not getting paid? Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys. But no, again, go back.
Yeah,
Go
so no, so like back into working out and stuff like that. Like last time I came here, like I had enough money saved up from like my corporate job and everything like that. So like I came out to LA. I'm like, this is my vacation home. Like I'm just here like having like living up a party, and then like rent eats up real fast, and like you start eating out, and like it just eats through your savings real quick. And I was like, I don't really need a job. I can be picky, and like I was getting enough roles through like background and extra acting and stuff like that. That like I was doing okay. This time around, hit the ground running. Like I came back because I had some offers through Central Casting. I'm applying for roles constantly.
That's good.
Try to make sure I'm allocating my time in the day to like actively look for things that will further my career in acting.
Yeah.
So trying to do that consistently this time around. If it doesn't work out, I mean, I'm still trying to further it in every way I can.
Mm-hmm.
I love watching those actor roundtables on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like listening to other actors who are very well established talk about how they got established. Talking about, Awesome Ed, Eli over here. I finally watched that Honey Boy, and like, oh my.
Where'd you watch it at?
I watched it back in Alliance with my
No,
parents.
but what?
I think it's on Hulu.
Hulu. Or
Hulu, whatever.
Well,
site,
Might be on Amazon
I want
Prime.
to check it out.
Yeah.
I still haven't checked it out.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, I just want to know where I can go to watch it, where I don't gotta pay.
Yeah, we'll look it up after this. I think it might have been Amazon that I watched it on, because I think Amazon bought the rights to it, and then like they got like the ability to
Okay,
show it. So.
yeah. Amazon's only $8 a month. Cool.
Yeah, right.
Great.
I mean, I don't support Jeff Bezos. My parents do, so I'll like watch off of their stuff for free.
This guy. But I still watch it.
Like him like kind of showcasing like what it was like for him to grow up in the industry, and like I don't know if it's the appropriate way to look at it, but like I think that's a microcosm of what it takes to truly make it in this industry. Is just, I mean, like, do you know much about his story? Or
No, you can tell me, dude. I don't
okay,
care.
I'm
I'm
not
not one of
trying to
those people
spoil
that. No, you can tell. I'm still gonna watch it.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna,
So like, I mean,
so
like,
let's point on some few things that
Yeah.
you thought were like.
Well, I mean, I'll even like back it up and just say anyone who's like super famous, who came from relatively nothing. So like, let's go Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like he was ruthlessly just drilled on everything to make sure he was perfect. Same with Shia LaBeouf. A lot of these people who are like child stars weren't child stars by accident. They weren't discovered because they got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
They were drilled until they were perfect, and then they got an opportunity, and then they got their roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to do that to myself to an extent. I don't want to be too harsh on myself, because like that's something that a lot of people do, and I've been prone to it in my past. So I'm trying to prevent that level of negativity that comes with the pursuit of perfection.
Yeah.
But I am trying to focus on like that level of discipline. Like I'm trying to like make sure I'm staying up with my master class, because Samuel L. Jackson put out a class, in master class on acting. So I'm trying to like make sure I study that every day. I'm trying to read my books on like what to do to. I have my 222 monologues book that I'm reading right now, as well as my there's the talent code, which is talking about how to perfect a new skill no matter what it is, as well as there's something about like how to land the audition. All of this stuff that I'm reading and studying on a daily basis, because I didn't do this when I was here the first time and I felt like I was really slacking.
Mm-hmm.
This time I'm really putting extra effort into making sure I am genuinely trying to create this craft and not casually pursue something that I've wanted since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
So
100%.
that's what I'm trying to do different this time.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just trying to stay on myself. Like,
What was some points in that film that he was like that really resonated with you? That like, I guess because you mentioned something about like he talked about like the hardship of it.
Yeah.
So can you like talk about just a little
Yeah,
bit?
so to touch on that a little bit, it was kind of weird because I knew what it was about before I watched it, because Eli had talked about it quite a bit. And like my dad and I don't have a strong emotional connection. He's very supportive, but like, I mean, that toxic masculinity, whatever you want to call it, his dad to him, there was no emotions involved. It was like from my grandpa to my dad, my grandpa to me, perfection was all that was allowed. There was nothing less than that. Anything less than perfection was just like almost like a travesty to the family name. Like, how dare you put that out into the world? That's not worthy. Like, that's not how you were raised. My dad was pretty good to me, but I feel like there's a lot of emotional disconnect because of how his dad was to him.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad's always been very supportive. But that being said, he was very loving in his own sense. He was never very harsh directly towards me or anything like that. I mean, it's where I get my anxiety from. He's had his anxieties and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was really interesting watching that with my father, because like there's a few times in the film where like his dad gets flat out abusive. Like in Honey Boy, Shia LaBeouf, he's playing his own father, and I can't imagine how cathartic that would have been playing your own father, recreating you beating your son to create this film that shows what it took for you to become who you are. I can't imagine that. So I guess what like was really interesting for me was watching that and being like, I thought I didn't exactly have like the best upbringing. It wasn't a bad one by any means. I appreciate it for what it was. But then like watching like what it could have been with my own dad was like, it was pretty emotional for me, honestly, because like my dad has always treated me really well, and like it took him a long time for him to ever say he was proud of me. I don't think he ever wasn't proud of me. It just took him a very long time to ever say that.
Yeah.
So watching a father who essentially was, I don't know if he was never proud of his son or if his son was just never good enough, or what I imagine happened there was he was living his life vicariously through his son. I never had to go through any of that. So to experience what like people who do make it in this industry, or really anyone who is so driven to be successful in life, have to go through.
Yeah.
It was a weird, it was a truly unique experience to go through with my dad being there and stuff. And like we didn't talk about it too much afterward, but like I could kind of tell that like we were kind of on the same page with it, just like afterward, because like me, my mom, and my dad were there, and none of us said anything for quite a while when the film ended. It's a very powerful film. It's a very good film. He does an amazing job in it.
Nice.
So
Damn.
Yeah, I need to watch it too.
Deep. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned. We'll find out who is Derek dating. All right, guys. No, playing, just playing. Totally just kidding. Yeah, right.
Fade away.
And we're back, and Derek is dating Shaniqua. Oh, the scandal is out. No,
Very happily single, to be honest.
No, he's not single, ladies.
Are you back on Bumble?
It's me.
No, I don't. Oh. Well, I haven't considered this
Pause.
previously, but how you doing?
What's up, Kiana? Oh.
I'm sorry, I have to like pause for a second.
Oh, you
We'll take a quick break. Yeah, we're back.
Back with our clothes on. I know, white couch casting. Sorry, not happening. Man, that was deep. That was deep.
I mean,
that was definitely deep. I respect that a lot, man.
I mean, I'm like, might as well be honest about like what you go through in life, right? Because I mean, there's a chance
100%.
that if nothing else, someone else can relate to it, and if they can't relate to it, like they can learn from it. So I feel like that's light stuff compared to like what Shia LaBeouf must have gone through in his childhood. So I feel like I'm just out here trying to live my best life.
Yeah.
It took a long time for me to get around to that because originally I thought the purpose of it was like, you know, make money, get rich, have a nice house, have a nice car.
Make money, fuck
support. Support your wife, man. Support your wife. Like, that's
Beer,
literally
wings, sports, booze.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's what it's about. That's always what it's been about.
Nothing else. But
Okay, go.
he was very intense. It scared me a little bit.
It's like my WWE voice.
You got your music come out, and you're like, you know what I gotta say to that?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, keep going.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was just, I guess it's been a unique time because like I definitely didn't do any of that when I came out the first time. I was. I mean, if I'm being frank, dicking around way too much. I wasn't doing.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't doing anything. Like I was like
man.
on set occasionally,
Yeah.
but I wasn't doing anything genuine for the career. I was enjoying the party way too much. So this time around, it's all about genuinely perfecting the craft, and whether or not it turns to fame or money, just being in stuff I feel passionate about. Okay. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, passion. 100%.
So
as long as you're passionate.
I don't know why I need to bring up this story, but I feel like I need to say it so I can get it out of my head. This has to deal with like people growing up in fame and in the industry and having parents in the industry. I just saw this video. It came out 3 years ago about these. Don't remember their names. These two kids, they're adults obviously, but they killed their parents. And one of their dads was a big movie producer, and it like totally killed them because just their dad was so hard on them.
How long ago was this?
The video I watched was like 3 years ago. That situation, I think, happened forever ago, but the video was like 3 years ago. I watched, and I was like, whoa. But what's even crazier is that, what
Hernandez brothers.
Yes, those. Yes, thank you. They literally, I think it was the dad. They blew his head off, like half of his head off.
Oh.
Yeah, with a shotgun, and then stabbed the mom and stuff. And the day before, they put thought into it, and they had it all planned out, did it, and in the
Are they brothers or are they sisters?
Brothers.
Oh, brothers. I
Sisters.
thought you said
Oh.
girls or something.
Oh yeah, no.
Never mind. They're brothers.
They called the cops after they did it and played it off as if they were scared. So they did it and then they like freaked out.
Yeah.
And they were just like, "Oh shit." And so they called the cops, but they didn't snitch on themselves. They made it seem like it was something else. So for a while, people were like, "Oh, it's a mobster hit," because during that time, a lot of mobs, yada movies and stuff, and no one suspected them for a long time. And then there was like rumors of this and that, and then they found that they bought weapons from the place, and then did cops they
Cross-referenced
the
the database. Yeah.
and
Beep, boop, bop.
yeah, and
Busted.
when in the interview, one of the brothers did all the talking, the other one was kind of more quiet. I think it was the older one. He answered a question, but he answered it so like nonchalant. Like it was just like, I killed my parents. And she was like, he said the way he said it made the interviewer, she was like, "But you killed your mom and dad." And he was like, "Oh yeah." But he just said it just so kind of like,
But he deserved it.
yeah.
Is this like the 90s? The 70s, or-
Oh my
I'm
god, that is
guessing.
straight up
we got
sociopath behavior. Like that's the type of people used to like strangling bunnies at a young age.
Yeah.
Like they escalate slowly. It happens.
No, I have to.
I still haven't gotten used to myself yet because, like, mind you, I'll never have facial hair again either. Like I said, this is like I was just trying to put dating mode on hard mode. So like whenever I see like the video up there, the long hair and the facial hair are very new to me
on the big screen.
on the big screen, right?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So the video
we're
did came out
focusing
3
on it.
years. It was ABC, but it was based off the footage, it looks like it was like somewhere in the 90s or whatever.
You said there's
Oh,
a
1989.
documentary about it.
1989.
1989.
Yeah, and it goes to show that because in the video, one of the people was like, people think you're rich and you have no problems. There's problems in people that are very rich. Yeah. And then she was talking about because of this issue, there was issues because the dad was like, we just want to be loved, and that's usually how it is.
Yeah,
Sometimes they just want that emotion connect, and people
Abuse that power.
Man. Yeah.
Trying to create perfect children because your children are another standpoint in your public visual, right? Like it's how you raise your kids is how good of a person you are. So if your kids aren't perfect at all of their sports and all of their instruments and everything, like I can't imagine being in that echelon of living.
that violin.
Right?
Play better. Faster. More.
Oh gosh.
You are 5 years old. You should be playing Beethoven by now. What are you doing with your life?
Oh man. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Anything you have? Anything coming up?
We can hope I'm on set Friday. If not, we're gonna keep trying. That's all I got.
Nice. Anything you want to tell to the people about dreams?
I mean, hold on. This is up. Genuinely, life is pretty short. Do what you love. Make sure you're genuinely passionate about what you're doing. Chase what you want to do. Don't do something because it's safe. I think it was Jim Carrey said, you can fail at what you don't want to do, so make sure you do what you love. Life is too short to keep wasting time, so just try to make the most of it.
And before we go,
That's beautiful.
I just want to say to the people out there, false. She is not perfect. Thank you very much, Tara. She's a little freaking animal. You don't see the other side. She is not perfect. She's evil. She's evil.
She's pretty close,
That's
but she does fart a lot. But that's all the time we got for today. And, if you watch the last
Oh.
vlog, she did burp a lot.
Oh my God.
But just too
Before
much gas.
officially go, we did start our first episode of Cracking a Cold One with the Boys. That is going to be our podcast on Apple, Spotify, anything that you can listen to audio. It will be coming out at some point. So be looking out for that, please, guys.
That's
Please.
right. We got vlogs, we got this live show, and then now we got a podcast that's just for
People that just wanna
Spotify.
listen.
Yeah, it'll be for the car.
Yeah.
If-
So no live interaction. It's a whole separate thing, but it's coming soon. So keep an eye out for it. New vlogs on Monday, lives on Wednesdays,
Getting
and then
naked on
podcast coming soon,
Wednesdays.
and then even more skits coming soon. But
Yeah, it is true story, Tara.
I mean,
all right, big bet.
If I'm being honest with you guys, I was misled. I thought I was cracking a cold one with the boys. Like,
Yeah.
I
Deuces.
on that note,
Bye.
bye.